Because we are living in just the weirdest alternate reality world that the left is trying to push on you. And don't feel bad if every once in a while you're like, am I crazy? Like, am I going mad? Like, what's happening around me? No, the left, the media, the politicians, they're trying to just gaslight you and drive you crazy. I want to share some insanity with you for the rest of this segment. Just bizarre gaslighting that people are falling for. And if you're not paying attention to the true story, then you'll fall for it too. The left is obsessed with pushing their gay and transgender cult on your kids. It is so bizarre. They have a fanatic obsession, right? And unlike that Department of Homeland Security report, I have proof and I have examples. Rugrats. Do you remember that kid's cartoon, Rugrats? It was popular in the 90s. Apparently went on until 2004. There's a reboot of it on Paramount Plus, which is the CBS news streaming network. And the mom is a single lesbian mom. Because why not? So the actress who's doing the voice is in fact herself queer, which is now a word, that's like the word they want to use, queer. Natalie Morales. So I looked her up, and she just recently directed a movie on Hulu called Plan B about two teenage girls in South Dakota who are on the search to find the Plan B pill. So she has a nice little history of pushing really wholesome content to kids. She said, this character gives examples of living your life happily and healthily as an out queer person. It's just a beacon for young queer people who may not have examples of that. She loves football, owns a cafe, and she cracks jokes about her ex-girlfriends. So that's the new Rugrats cartoon. Disney has a new cartoon, another reboot. It's called The Proud Family. This was on the Disney Channel from 2001 to 2005. They're rebooting it here, but this time, instead of a mom and a dad, they'd have two dads with a 14-year-old black activist daughter. There you go, fantastic. Now, maybe you're like, oh, Slater, you overreacting. These are just characters in cartoons. It's subtle and blah, 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 blah. Okay, try this one on. I can't fathom the person who thinks that this is acceptable.
Hey, Blue, look at all these families. Hi, families. It's time for a pride parade. Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. This family has two mommies. They love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade.
That's Blue's Clues on Nickelodeon Junior. Nickelodeon Junior is designed for like babies, like 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4, like that's Blue's Clues. And it goes all the way up to 10. That drag queen goes all the way up to 10. Here's some of the other ones. This family is 2 mommies. This family is 2 daddies. Another one is These Babas, I don't know what that is, are non-binary. They love each other so proudly. Trans members of this family all love each other so proudly. That one, the trans members of this family love each other so proudly. That is a family of beavers on the Pride Parade float. The beavers, and one of the beavers has scars from having her breasts removed of a transgender top surgery. Like this is not a... Blue's Clues has transgender beavers with top surgery scars on a Pride Parade float. Like, what in the world is going on? Ace, bi, and pan grown-ups, you see, can love each other so proudly. Ace is asexual. Ace, bi, and pansexual. This house is a family of kings and queens. They love each other so proudly. Allies to the queer community can love their queer friends so proudly. And then it ends with love is love you see, and everyone should love proudly. Like, holy cow. What? Like, I mean, that's what I mean. It's like, am I losing my mind here? Like, what? Like, who thinks this is okay? Blue's Clues on Nickelodeon Junior. Here's another segment from Blue's Clues.
Hi, Blue! Happy Pride Month! Pride Month celebrates that everyone should be equal, no matter who they love. We celebrate Pride Month because people in the LGBTQ plus community who used to be treated unfairly, now they can be themselves openly and proudly. Look, I made a pride decoration. These flags represent different parts of the LGBTQ plus community. This rainbow flag is called the Gay Pride Flag.
Wow!
This flag is called the Non-Binary Pride Flag. This flag is called the Lesbian Flag. And this flag is called the Transgender Pride Flag. There's so many more flags. Lots of different communities celebrate Pride Month. Bye, Josh. Bye, Blue.
So cool!
This is crazy, right? The next video they play, it's the same thing. They have a couple different of these. And the one is, I think, a boy running around with a bunch of rainbow things with his gay uncle and how they celebrate Pride Month in their home. And the next video is a little girl putting makeup on her gay dad. And they just have like a bunch of these on Blue's Clues on Nickelodeon Jr. What is... And I think of the adults pushing this. I think of the parents involved here. I think of the executives at Nickelodeon Jr., the people, the producers putting that together, patting themselves on the back for being so woke and progressive and wonderful. These adults are so screwed up. And it's all being pushed on your kids. And here's what's interesting. It's not, we're past the fact, these activists are past the fact of normalizing this. Or we're way past normalizing homosexuality and all this stuff. Now they're at the point where the goal is to make you seem like the weirdo for being straight. Right? So you're a bigot, of course, but now you're like the weird family with the mom and the dad. Ugh. It's so stinking bizarre.
Wow, that was deep and insightful. I want more of that. Like,
Subscribe. Get more.